North Philly's Kensington birthed a stepper named Skrilla, who stamped his name in the trenches. On the flip side, YFG Fatso came out the south side of Chicago, a young demon with major motion and some wicked ties that had him marked by plenty op gangs.
These grown men gotta stop beefing with these little like these niggas kind of like children damn near, bro. YFG Fatso was like 18 or 19, bro. Skrilla looked 30. Why are you beefing with this little boy, bro? This young man. I don't want to call him a little boy, but
the smoke between Skrilla and Fatso is getting serious. And we will be breaking all of
Fatso is 17. He ain't even turned 18 yet, my guy. He turns 18 August 27th.
Information down in this video today. Imported smoke. Skrilla's decision to post up in Chicago's 79th and Maryland area wasn't some casual music networking move. Rumors say he was really with the Bloodhounds and also No Limit members like Big Op. Now, the Bloodhounds had some of the most active in the city, originally coming up from a set called Drill City, but way more dangerous than they were. These young demons gained the big name through their fallen member Bloodhound Lil Jeff, who was a real crazy serial before he got clapped while sliding on ops.
Oh my
when
God.
Jeff got hit up while sliding on Trap City, his cousin BloodhoundQ50 took up the family legacy and decided to take rap seriously. Q50's rise happened with Skrilla's arrival in Chicago, so they bounded really well. Crazily, this partnership that would later drag the Philly rapper into fights he knew nothing about. The Bloodhound's connection to NLMB through Lil Bibby also adds another layer of gameplay that outsiders can't really wrap their heads around. YFG Fatso came out of the East Chatham section, a zone that moved way different from the average drill set in the city. By 17, he was already making serious noise, fresh off a discovery from Dirk's camp, leveling up off early fame from his track Go-Go, which he dropped at just 12. His link up with A Block, also known as 808 Mob, a GD set posted in Princeton Park around 88th and Princeton, instantly threw him in that fire with the Bloodhounds and their NLMB affiliates. This static ran deep. The tension between 808 Mob and NLMB wasn't new. It was legacy beef. 808 Mob has been stamped in the city as one of the OG GD sets. On the other side, NLMB, standing for No Limit Muskegon Boys, came up off a merger of renegade GDs, BDs, and Black P Stones out of 78th and Muskegon. Their most known branch, Drench Gang, where names like G Herbo and Lil Bibby are heavy. That crew in
Why they keep showing Lil Baby when he say Lil Bibby?
8 Mob had been locked in for over 30 years. Fatso linking with 095 Mob only made his op list stretch further. 095 was into it with Bloodhounds for a long minute, so any kind of ties with them made Fatso a bigger target, especially while already clashing with NLMB. Fatso even talked about his issue with BloodhoundQ50 during a J Main Whoops interview.
You know, I'm all crazy on it.
So with the Lil Scoo, do you feel like with I feel like he attached to the Q50 one, right? He's Q50 still alive. So do y'all got problems now based off that because of all of this? So would y'all be able to end it basically? Like would you and Q50 be able to in the bud?
Action ain't going nowhere.
Okay,
He said that ain't going nowhere.
It is what it is. So.
Not right now, basically. Not right. Ain't no time soon. Yeah,
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you will ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? J-Man tried. He tried. I respect J-Man because he one of the only niggas trying, bro. He trying. But it's like, shit.
Yeah, because we ain't affected. So it's like, dang, yes, folk. When ain't
because the city will love to see y'all whoop together. Let's just start that. Cause y'all, what's going on right now, that's when I just say, like, damn, that shit had me an odd generation so much. It's like I'm seeing a repeat
hell yeah.
us back then. I'm like, hell no.
It's really just like, look, ain't never gonna be satisfied. So That is what that is. You know, I'm someone that wants shit on. That ain't for the internet, but that's me and you. That's just.
They hit different.
Now, when Skrilla threw his flag with the Bloodhounds, he signed up for all the pressure that came with it, including war.
Even
with
that though, bro. Like, okay, like y'all don't. Okay. Y'all don't find it weird that the 26-year-old man is clicked up with a bunch of the Bloodhounds they young too, bro. These niggas is like 19. This nigga is, I'm looking on Google right now. This man is 26 years old.
.095 mob, and it won't stay quiet for long. The November 10th, 2022 McDonald's hit on 95th Street was the spark that turned sneak and subs into full-blown war mode.
So YFG Fatso is cool with 95th, niggas over there on 95th, but Q50 and Lil Jeff is rumored, they admitted, they bragging about killing some niggas from 95th on 95th at the Mickey D's.
Rumors say that the broad day hit on 095's own Boogie while he was posted with his family. That's some real violation. The hit was wild. Allegedly, Boogie's brother caught one in the back but still made it inside the store. Their moms got grazed in the arm. Boogie, he fell when the car pulled up, and that was it. The steppers hopped out, stood over him, and emptied the clip. It was cold. So cold the McDonald's shut down for good. Boarded up like a war zone. Chicago's drill scene didn't just catch bodies, it even took out your favorite chicken spot. Lyric wars. The shift from block tension to real personal hate kicked off heavy when Lil Scoo and YFG Fatso started going band for band over jacked lyrics. Scoo, a burly boy who rocked tight with NLMB, dropped Nightcrawler, one of his biggest moves, clocking close to 5 million views. At the same time, Fatso started pushing a track that had nearly the same bars and beat, so the trenches were confused on who really cooked it first.
Okay.
That's been going viral. You dissed Bloodhound Lil Jeff in the song. Where did all this situation come from? Where did all this first derive from?
Man, that came from the stupidest shit on earth, from like lyrics, bro.
So it's not a real beef. It wasn't even like, it was
lyric shit, bro. Like I'm a real chill ass. For like me personally, he was mad over lyrics. So, they little shorty, dark skin little shorty, Scrum shorty. He was mad over lyrics about a song. Scrum shorty, he was mad over lyrics about a song that I been had. You know Princeton freestyle.
Yeah, fact.
You know his Nightcrawler song. I'm like, you calling about some lyrics. I'm telling him like, blood, look. I been made that song like a year before I dropped it. All the songs that's viral and all the songs I got on my YouTube.
Like one thing about Fatso, I will say, out of all these young niggas, he might be a crash out. He might be a whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but that nigga can rap. Him and Skrilla G, them two niggas can rap. Now, don't get mad at me for my opinion, but like Q50 and Lil Jeff,
I just started dropping new songs. All the oldest.
Your daddy trying to get some more millions. Why is you barking? Now, Lil Vert and Lil Jeff and Q50, I ain't never heard them niggas really make no raw songs. They just on that bit, running around with the back, and I got a hat, and I killed him on the black, and we on the block with a Glock. Like,
them niggas rap. I got hella songs. I got a big ass catalog for.
And Vaughn off 1700.
Like, gang, I been had this song before you. I know you took my lyrics for. Yo, homie was just on the phone with me and told me that you be in the crib listening to my music. He like, yeah, what you, bro? Why y'all? Cause Foden had made a video and shit saying, but
Scoo stood on it, said he owned it since his clips came out before Fatso's. Fatso clapped back, claiming he had the joint already, and Scoo must have caught a leak and ran with it. The pressure turned up when Scoo dropped Boss Man Remix, a straight-on diss at Fatso that Bloodhound Lil Jeff even stamped on live. Scoo aired him out as a fake who wasn't on no real timing and needed to stay in his lane, stepping clean past rap into full-blown disrespect. Now, with Fatso being seen as a young top-tier talent with serious motion, the accusations hit way harder. It painted him as a clout artist stealing his sound instead of being original. Meanwhile, Scoo's status as an NLMB affiliate made every diss sound like it was coming from a full squad, not just one voice. Scoo on July 8, 2024, near 89th, and Langley took one side off the board, but sent the other side into full get-back mode. The real story ain't what been floating around about some female setup. That was straight cap that had the streets buzzing with false narratives. The truth is, Lil Scoo got caught up in some deadly smoke during the holiday weekend. News reported that the 18-year-old drill rapper got struck during a shooting at the intersection of East 89th Street and Langley Avenue on Sunday night.
Right.
Police found Shorty laid out on the ground with 2 gunshot wounds in his chest, and despite getting rushed to University of Chicago Hospital, he couldn't pull through.
Right.
The real circumstances was way different from them backdoor rumors that went viral. Police received reports of 2 separate shootings involving Scoo and another young stepper known as Lil Will. The 2 homies was reportedly together that night when they got into some heated argument with an unknown individual. The drilling happened shortly after that confrontation escalated beyond words. Will got found inside an Uber with gunshot wounds to both thighs, showing he caught some shots but survived the encounter. He also got rushed to University of Chicago Hospital while Scoo was fighting for his life. Police said they spotted a possible suspect and tried to chase him down, but Shorty managed to escape before they could snatch him up. The camera footage and female setup story that had everybody talking turned out to be completely fabricated. No surveillance showed any woman lining Scoo up, no tinted SUV pulled up with masked and no backdoor operation went down like the internet was claiming.
Right.
What really happened was 2 young steppers got caught in some street beef that turned deadly over an argument. The simplicity of the real story didn't satisfy the drill community's appetite for complex conspiracy theories, so the backdoor narrative took off and became accepted truth, even though it was straight lies. And looking back, Fatso sliding to shoot music vids with Risky Road right after Scoo's pretty much confirmed what everyone was thinking. Then he dropped Unusual Slender 3.0 that same day. A disrespect-heavy diss aimed at the no sugarcoat, just pressure. Mass casualties. The get back for Scoo's murder came loud, but let me correct some lies that have been floating around these streets. A mass did target Skrilla, Q50, and popular YouTuber Brandon Buckingham outside Fort Knox Studios. But the timeline and specifics got twisted by internet demons spreading cap for clout. Back in September 2024, word started flying that Skrilla got caught up in some serious smoke with Bloodhound. Social media went absolutely crazy with claims that a studio got aired out, saying Risky Road, Bloodhound, CEO Hawkham, and Skrilla were all involved in some deadly shit. Folks was spreading stories that Skrilla got hit in Chicago while recording with Brandon Buckingham out in Bloodhound territory.
For those that didn't know, JB Bin Laden was close friends with Chicago drill originator L.A. Capone, who was tragically down early on in his music career at only 17 years old.
When did you meet Lil Jeff? I really like his big brother. That's one of my best friends for real.
Rumors had specific details that made them sound authentic. People were talking about shell casings, injuries, and retaliation plots. Hip-hop news pages started picking up the story, and X was going wild with unverified reports. For a minute there, even seasoned drill followers thought this was confirmed facts. All that turned out to be complete cap. The whole narrative was fabricated and started buzzing on X and various hip-hop news platforms without any real foundation. The story had people thinking it was legit for a hot second, until Skrilla himself popped out on Instagram Live, calm as ever, proving he was perfectly fine. That same day, Skrilla also posted a flick of himself on his Instagram story and linked his track, Goddamn, to it, making it crystal clear he was good and still active. No injuries, no hospital visits, no drama. The entire mass shooting story was internet fiction that got out of hand. The next body was 95-member Drills, who tried sliding on the Bloodbath zone and paid the price. Bloodbath, known for riding with rapper Chucky, had been poking at 095 Mob for a while, and Drills finally tried to answer with guns. But the move flopped. Bloodbath had eyes on it, played defense, and turned the tables. Drills got left there, his ops clowning him online, calling him a rookie who didn't know how to execute. Just another name added to...
Drills was trying to slide on Chucky now? I thought he was trying to slide on, like, NLMB or whoever the hell was at, like, Mellow Buck's party and shit.
The dirt.
I don't know how true this shit is, though. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of niggas in the comments be like, I like addressing niggas in the comments because it make them mad, and then they comment more, and they give me more views. So, y'all just chill out. But, a lot of niggas in the comments be like, man, this nigga is a weirdo. He obsessed with drill rap and all that. I really don't give a damn about none of this shit. Like, I be half-ass list. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'll be like, I'll watch this shit because I know people want to see it and they want to hear me talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a doozy. As soon as this video go off, I promise you, I go back to my regular life and I don't think about none of this shit ever again until the next morning when I gotta react to some more videos. If y'all didn't want to watch this shit, I wouldn't be watching it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make that extremely clear. But this shit is very stupid. The fact that people are really losing their life over pretty much nothing, and just motherfuckers, it's a new beef every single other day, bro. It's a new beef every other day with like it's.
Then came the shootout that shook the whole city. The mass hit at NLMB Mellow Bucks' album release party.
Right.
That one was carnage. 4 people dropped. 14 more got hit when the crowd outside Artist Lounge in River North got sprayed. Straight mayhem. Just think about how many ambulances and cops would have popped up at the scene. Crazy. YFG Fatso's conflicts go way past his beef with Skrilla and the Bloodhounds. At just 17, he managed to create smoke with several different crews and rappers, including Lil Baby. The most viral incident happened recently during Lil Baby's Wham World Tour stop at Atlanta's State Farm Arena. Rel Vert of the Bloodhounds pressed Fatso backstage over their long-standing beef tied to fallen homies Lil Jeff and Lil Scoo. The whole thing exploded into a full physical fight that got leaked online. Vonoff 1700, who was there with Fatso, immediately hopped on Instagram Live afterward, claiming that his 17-year-old homie had handled the 24-year-old Vert. The internet ate it up, with posts going viral saying he let a 17-year-old whoop him. Bloodhound OGs had quickly stepped in to pull Vert away, else it would have been way worse. The leaked footage showed both fighters
that nigga Fatso went to
pull Vert away, else it would.
That's crazy.
Would have been way worse. The leaked footage showed both fighters landing shots, but Vonoff's comments framed it as a victory for Fatso. Vert and Q50 fought over this story, defending their man's name online. Of course, it made everyone argue about who really won and whether the age gap made it more embarrassing for Vert. Fatso held on the moment by calling Vert a grown goofy and telling him to keep it in the trenches.
Oh,
Some say this as standing on business, while others saw it as ducking future public meetups. Fatso's fights also went beyond the Bloodhounds to include members of Bloodbath, affiliated with rapper Chucky. They repeatedly call him out for trolling females and civilians.
YFG Fatso goes off on Chucky for dissing Drills, who was killed 2 days ago. Also disses Mellow Bucks for the mass shooting that occurred at her album release party last night. So is Chucky and them supposed to be, they cool with Chucky cool with Bloodhound them or something? Cause I thought Drills, I don't know. I don't this shit, I be confused. I thought Drills was sliding on somebody from like Bloodhound or like, I don't know, bro. Cause ain't Chucky from like the Hundreds? I don't know.
Rather than addressing real street issues. The whole case shows just how bad.
I just realized something. I'm reacting to a video where Chucky's in it. He told me not to do that anymore.
So social media moves were creating enemies for him across multiple gangs. Point of no return. The artist restaurant and lounge hit showed clear as day how this beef leveled up from back and forth to all-out war that could spark anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Mellow Bucks' album release party wasn't packed with hitters or steppers. Just regular fans. People who pulled up for the music, not the madness. But that didn't matter. CCTV caught a dark ride circling the block multiple times before rang out, meaning the drill was scoped out ahead of time. They were watching movements, plotting every angle.
Heard a lot of fire, and then and next thing you know is a whole bunch of police officers driving by fast, ambulance, fire and rescue.
When the moment hit, the aired it out straight from the car while sliding past, dumping rounds and hitting 18 people in under a minute.
That shit is
4
crazy,
didn't make
bro.
it. Cops came out and said it was a targeted hit, not random, but they kept quiet on who the real target was. But anyone who's tapped into the streets could see the timeline. The slide came right after Drills got left on the pavement, and fingers pointed to it being payback by his set, aimed straight at NLMB's circle. Then came Fatso's trolling. It wasn't regular disrespect, it was way out of pocket. He hopped on socials clowning the victims, saying, "Put his ass in the wood too," asking for red lighters to match the It hit a new low, no type of line left. Even Skrilla wasn't with it. Industry heads who were watching from the outside knew what was at stake. Fatso had star potential for real. Wordplay, image, energy, all there. But the street pressure was dragging him down. At 17, he had the skills to take off big, but his hands were so deep in war that the industry started seeing him as a liability. The people around them weren't helping either. The ones who should have been protecting the investment, locking in the bag, keeping the motion clean, were the same ones stirring the beef. Street-minded folks behind both artists saw the music as a bank, pushing the rappers to crash out while they pocketed whatever came from the mess.
Yep.
Instead of pulling them out the flames, they kept throwing gas on the fire.
That's why I be
The
saying
way
these
this
niggas don't be y'all friends, gang. A lot of them niggas around y'all don't be y'all friends. If nobody around y'all like, hey boy, chill the fuck out, gang. We can make a few million, invest that shit. All of us will be straight for life, bro. Go get you a mansion in Houston. Chill out, bro. Stop talking about these niggas, man. Make you a hit song, shorty. Get that shit on the radio. All this dissing ain't gonna do nothing, folk. If they wanna do something, if they see you somewhere, they try something, we gonna defend ourselves. But we ain't gotta go back and forth on the internet and feed into all this lame ass shit. That's what I would be telling niggas. But a lot of these niggas don't be your friends, gang. If they just letting you crash, that's not your homie, I promise you.
war was playing out had clear reflections. Just look at how 6ix9ine crashed out with Treyway, Young Thug's name getting wrapped in that YSL mess, and Dirk constantly ducking indictments tied to OTF motion. All these stories show what happens when you try mixing real money with real smoke. In the end, the streets don't let you keep both. No doubt the feds were circling both Skrilla and Fatso's camps. Agents were stacking evidence off every IG live, every bar, every comment section, watching it all like surveillance footage. Mass linked to rappers had brought that kind of federal heat that shuts down whole cliques. They weren't moving blind. They were building full-blown RICO plays in silence. Every diss, every post, every live stream was being stacked like ammo for court dates. What made it sad was that both Skrilla and Fatso had enough raw talent to make it out of the mud for real, but they couldn't let go of the blocks that raised them. Skrilla surviving that Fort Knox hit should have been the sign to lock in on the bag.
Niggas don't want to let go of they don't want to. Why I keep being black? They don't want to let go of that hood, bro. They don't want to let their homies go because they feel like they grew up with their homies, so they gotta be. Just because you grew up with a nigga don't mean you gotta be cool with him for the rest of your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas around you ain't helping you do shit. A nigga ain't picked up a camera. Folks ain't learned how to produce. Niggas don't know how to manage you as a rapper. Niggas ain't carrying no bags. Niggas is just there as a big ass bill and a liability, boy. You just got it. You paying for these niggas to do this and do that because you trying to keep it real with the block and you don't want the block to, like, I ain't never gave a fuck about that shit. Like, I don't care nothing about what nobody say, shorty. I ain't living my life for no block. I'm living my life for to get married, my wife, and then have kids, my wife and kids, gang. My family, my people, my real people. You feel me? My real family. I'm living my life for them and my damn self. I ain't never gave no fuck about no block or who keeping it real with niggas I grew up with. Niggas I grew up with, the same niggas that was laughing at me when I started the clothing line. When I started a YouTube, niggas was laughing at me. Niggas thought it was lame. Same niggas. So I stopped fucking with them. You feel? And that's one of the best things I ever did because they was, and I don't know, and I ain't trying to be mean or nothing, but they was pulling me down, shorty. All they wanted to do all day, they wanted to go get it. Most of them niggas ain't even had no job. You know what I'm saying? We grown. We 19, 20 years old, 21. Most of these niggas don't even have, everybody I was hanging with didn't even have no job, didn't have no car. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no crib. Just wanted to get high, smoke loud all day, folks. And I wasn't on that no more, gang. I ain't gonna lie. So.
And Fatso catching label looks at just 17 should have been his green light to leave the streets behind. But instead of bouncing, they kept spinning. The age piece made it worse. Fatso was only 17, young, head still forming, and already caught up in murder plots in federal scope. They were both throwing away futures over beefs they didn't even start. Hand-me-down wars passed from older heads. Add in lean, pills, PTSD, and peer pressure. And you got a mix where thinking smart just wasn't on the radar. They were moving off emotion, pride, and pain, nothing else. Meanwhile, the whole world was watching. YouTube videos, reaction channels, overseas fans turning a real-life body count into content. This wasn't music anymore. This was street trauma turned into clicks and streams. Every new diss song, every body dropped, brought in more views, more hype, more pressure to keep it going. The ops knew it, the fans knew it, and the labels, they were backing away slowly. Now that the feds were locked in, both Skrilla and Fatso were moving under.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Y'all niggas be letting a lot of these fans like gas them up, and the fact that niggas be mad at me for reacting to this shit is so crazy. Because one thing I never did was try to gas up no beef. I ain't never got on Instagram and say, you gotta go slide back. You gonna let them play with you like that? You gonna let them smoke? I ain't never tried to gas this shit up, gang. I ain't never one time. You can't pull up no video where I instigated some beef. At all. You can't pull up no video where I said, y'all gotta go get back for y'all homie. Y'all better go slide on them niggas. Y'all a bunch of bitches. Y'all gonna let them do that? Y'all ain't never heard me talk like that. Y'all never heard me diss no dead homies that these niggas got. Y'all never heard me pick no side on this shit. Y'all never heard me instigate at all, folks. At all, shorty. Like, on bro. So it's like, for the fact that niggas will be mad at me in the comments, in the DMs, whoever, whatever. The fact that people will be mad at me for reacting to this shit and not even fully understanding what the fuck is going on and what my point of this shit is. If you can't understand that I'm reacting to this shit because this is what gets attention. Now that I have your attention, I'm gonna tell you like, hey shorty, you know this shit lame, right? You do know this shit lame, right? You see what I'm saying? That's the whole point of it. Cause if I got on this motherfucking YouTube and I start preaching, oh, we have to be together and we have to stop killing each other. If I wasn't reacting to this shit, y'all ain't clicking on this shit, gang. I'm getting 9-10 million views a month. Y'all ain't clicking on this shit to hear me talk about some kumbaya and stop the beef and all that shit. Y'all ain't clicking on this shit. Y'all only clicking on it because I'm talking about the beef. But then as soon as I got your attention, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, this shit's stupid for real. Y'all chill out. Go make y'all money. You know?
A microscope, taps on phones, pressure on their homies, bank accounts flagged, socials watched daily. The same platforms that helped them blow up were the same ones helping build indictments. The game flipped on them real fast. The war had racked up so many bodies that the city couldn't ignore it anymore. Mass shootings, setups, retaliation drills. It had civilians ducking places that used to be safe zones. The artist lounge proved it. Regular people got caught up in a beef they didn't even know existed, and the streets didn't blink. The real problem? Neither Skrilla nor Fatso could separate the street from the stage. They let pride bleed into the music. Labels weren't trying to sign heat magnets. No one wanted to invest in artists tied to bodies and feds. The authenticity that made their bars hit hard was also what made them look too dangerous to touch. The cycle was endless. One hit led to another. One diss brought more blood. Every action had a counteraction. And peace, that was dead. Both sides had lost people, felt pain, and the code said you couldn't let it slide. Letting it go looked like weakness, and in this world, weakness gets you lined up. What started as imported smoke turned into a full-blown war zone. Skrilla and Fatso's beef got more vicious by the day. It became regular. The feds built cases. Both camps looked trapped in a ride they couldn't stop even if they wanted to. Out here, talent doesn't protect you, potential doesn't save you, and the streets don't hand out mercy slips. Neither one of them looks ready to fold, but the walls are closing. More bodies gonna drop, or the feds gonna snatch one of them up first. That's where it's headed. Every move counts now, and whichever one they make next might be the one that writes the end of the story. The streets are locked in, the feds loading up paperwork, and both Skrilla and YFG Fatso ran out of time to choose, the stage or the set. Their next move decides if they walk away as legends, crash out as examples, or get booked as Rico trophies. One thing's clear, this beef got no breaks. Something's gotta give.
That nigga ain't tell one lie.